I'm in my 20th year of senior softball. Been doing lots and lots of clinics. Guys have been asking me what some of my workouts are. It's really hard to just try to explain. So I got Leaf Nemo from ASP Nation is going to help me, and I'm going to do my workouts, and then he's going to help me put them online so that anyone that would like to just to see what I do, some of it you'll like, some of it you may not, but it's what I do. I do some things a little different, and I am a certified personal trainer with 9 other certificates, especially in exercise and aging, exercise and sleep, anything to do with the seniors, which I am. And it's incredibly important that we understand that keeping our bodies fit will help us have a much more healthy senior life. Now, I always, before anything that I do a warm-up, and the warm-ups include the foam rollers and the bands, and then we'll go strictly into a core for this session. And I have to do a little bit of a different core because I have vertigo, so I have worked out a standing core program along with planks. And so right now we're going to do the foam roller, which is very important to start out with, simply because it'll help soften the tissues, the liaisons, the little irritations that we have in our body, and it works incredibly well. You just got to do it, and you got to believe in it, and I firmly believe that everyone from any age should be doing this, especially if they're doing resistance training. And I'm going to do it fairly quick so that you can see it, but as you get them, you can go get it on your own, and they'll have all kinds of little things that you can do. I start all the way down at the edge of my feet, and I just roll them back. Probably 10 to 12 times, but today we'll only do them like 3 times. Then I go to my knees, and I work my knees, both sides, ins and outs. And then I lay to my hips, and I go from my knees to my hips. Now, you'll have to understand, if you haven't done this before, it's going to hurt because your body is tight and it needs to be softened and loosened up. It is going to hurt, but when you get done, it's going to feel really good. And once you get used to it, can I turn the other way, Mama? And then you just go to the other side and you do the exact same thing, and you go down. Okay, and now you go to your butt, and you go all the way back. Can you see me? And you start out with your calves. And you do the same thing on your calves. And you work them because they get really tight. Then you work them, and then you slide up to your hamstrings. And you go to your hamstring area. And you do them. And you go to your butt. And you do that. Because a lot of that gets real tension, and then the lower back is really important. Both sides, in the middle. A lot of times they'll crack really nice. Go forward, and you go up. I like to go all the way up. Loosen nice and slow, and that's some of what I do. But you can go anywhere, any sporting goods, any Walmart, any Sears, and they will have the foam rollers. I happen to have the big one for the house, and I have the small one for travel. They will have directions along with them, and you can work out your own little program. But I incredibly recommend this every day, for not just you, for your wife, for your children, for your grandchildren. It's something that just really seems to help with health issues. Now we're going to go directly from there to the resistance bands. And today I'm just going to show you a portion of what I do for my shoulders. There's plenty more exercises. You go online. These again, if you're doing athletic work or any kind of athletes, and if you're older, the shoulders take a beating. The bands, the reason the resistance bands are so good, because you can make it as tough or as loose as you want. And I always start out with kind of stretching around the rotator cuff. I do like 15 to 20, but I only do 3 here. then I take and I go and I stay, and now I stretch the left one all the way full, then I come back, same, and this time then I come up over my head to work it in another portion all the way back. Watch this several times so you understand how my arms are and where they're at. Okay, then I turn around and I do the exact same thing with the other one. And then I go again the same way. You want to really, you'll feel those muscles, loosens them up, gets good blood flow, gets you ready for your workouts. Then the same thing over your head. Same thing, get them moved out really nice. Let's get that blood flow really good. And then I'll move back. And I always keep a little hook on it so that I can grab them from the back. And now I stretch them, flex them out, and then back and forth to try to get them everything nice and warm. It's really important. Again, it's just a few times that we go. And then my throwing arm. Work that, and I do that 20 times every day, sometimes morning and night. Then I do, make sure you got to do both sides though. It's really, really important to do everything even so that your strength stays the same to help protect yourself from injury. And then again, you go back real nice and you get a really nice stretch. Then I'll take a little bit here and I'll just pull out and I'll just try to loosen up the legs. Really easy. Then go way, way down to try to get that blood flowing there. And then I will, which you probably have all seen and all do, but I do my wrist snaps for hitting. Wrist snaps are really important, and I go just like this, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Try to make sure palm is up. Palm is up because you want to come to the shoulder. Nice and easy. Then I do my hip snap. Again, we're only doing 4 or 5 here, but you want to open those hips up, and the bands work extremely good for that. Alrighty, so that's my warm-ups, which I will show you down the road. I hang also, but we'll do that at the gym. I try to hang for 30 seconds 4 times just to let the body line everything up. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is core. My core is a little different due to vertigo, but I try to work outer core and inner core. The reason inner core is so important is there's 4 muscles in our inner core that very rarely ever get worked. They're the muscles that protect our lower back, our spine, our vertebrae, the ring, the discs, the joints, the pelvic. They don't hardly ever get worked out. There's not a lot of ways to do that, but there is one way, and it's called the abdominal press. The abdominal press, you just suck in the tummy. I'll be in the bank line. I'm sucking in my tummy, holding it for 10 seconds. You suck it in, and you hold it. That works, and it really does work. I've had some serious back injuries, but through the resistance training, I've been able to pretty much do anything that I want and lift however I want, do whatever I need to do. Now, for me, everything is kind of orientated to my swing, to core, to fielding, to everything, which isn't, but it's still good, and you can do different things off of it. I started out with a side twist, which I use weight. You can go use a little bit of heavier weight. Make sure that you're nice and loose. While you're doing these here, the side bends, pull in that tummy. Feel it come in, suck it in, feel it go all the way into the back. Take deep breaths, and let them out. Deep breaths, let them out, and then side twists. Side twists. Both sides evenly, starting slow at first, and then going bigger, bigger, bigger. Tummy is pulled in tight, real tight tummy, abdominal press, real tight to help your back stretch. Now, same thing with your swing. Now you're going from side to side, pop that foot, snap that foot so that you open your hips up, give yourself a great opportunity. Okay, now for alignment and for a little bit of our outer core, we're going to do planks, which most of you know what a plank is. If you've never done them, start out careful. I'm going to show you 2 different ways, the starting out way and then the advanced way, and we're only going to hold them for a few seconds so you understand what's going on. I'll start out with the regular plank, but knees down, out. You might have to back up. Elbows on the ground, knees on the ground. Now just flatten your back, make it nice, really nice and flat. Nice and flat, hold till you start to feel a little bit of shakiness, a little bit of tightness in the back and in the tummy and in the shoulders. And the legs will be a little bit too. Watch yourself. Okay, now you do the full plank. Stay flat, even. Again, the purpose of being flat is to keep you aligned, keep everything working in a proper situation from side to side. And as you do this, you'll feel a little more pressure, it's a little more harder. Then we switch to the side plank. And the side plank has the same way as the plank. You first start out, just go from your knees, hold them, keep it nice and steady, nice and flat, but nice and even, so that everything gets strengthened properly. And then what you do is, which I won't do today, is you turn to the other side and you do the other side. Then now a little more of the advance, all you do is you just again stay nice and flat, hold for what you can, don't overtrain, because this can be a little bit of anxiety if you overtrain. Alrighty, this is our first segment. There'll be 7 or 8 more. I want you to really understand one thing. I'm doing this because I believe in it, tremendously believe in it, and I believe that every single person from the time they're old enough to do training should start making sure that their bodies are ready for older age. Unfortunately, at my age, 1 out of 3 people will fall and break a bone. What a shame. We may not stop the falling, but it will probably help us to not break anything or not even get hurt if we fall. There's 5 things that we really lose from age 30. Flexibility, balance, strength, durability, and endurance. And young people and old people, like men and women alike, women seem to lose a little bit more, unfortunately. Listen to me. If you don't always agree with it, that's fine. I don't care. Go online, find something, but please get off the couch. Say, oh, I work hard, this is fine. No, this is totally different. This helps your blood flow, keeps you clean, spectacular. It's actually considered by most health experts as the #1 safety health thing that we can possibly do. And that is resistance training to help us with our flexibility, our balance, our strength, durability, and endurance. Thank you. We will have several more. They'll be in the gym. You guys have a great evening, great time. I appreciate you looking at this. Thank you again from ASP Nation and Davey Reed, fitness trainer.